Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. The place where we break down the nitty-gritty of corporate America will soon be seeing a big bank merger and some stock market. Goodbyes before we dive in. If you love getting straight, easy to understand insights from financial documents, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join our growing community. Also, we have a Discord channel linked in the description below where we discuss these filings even further. Today we're looking at HarborOne's Bancorp, Incorporated, a company that's about to go through a significant change. This is a Form 8K filing, which is like a quick update report for investors about important company events that aren't part of regular financial reports. And let me tell you, this one has some big news about a merger and what it means for their stock. The big date here is the 16th of October 2025. This is when HarborOne officially started the process to say goodbye to one of the main stock exchanges. So who is HarborOne's Bancorp Incorporated? As of this report, they are a Massachusetts-based financial institution. Their stock is traded on the NASDAQ Global Select Market under the ticker symbol HONE. Now let us get to the main event. HarborOne is telling the NASDAQ stock market that they are voluntarily delisting their common stock. This means their stock will no longer be traded on the NASDAQ. Why? It's all part of a big merger deal. They are planning to file a Form 25 with the Securities and Exchange Commission, which is basically a formal notice to remove their shares from the exchange. The last day shareholders will be able to trade their HarborOne stock on NASDAQ will be the 31st of October 2025. Think of it like a company closing down its main shop on a popular street to move into a bigger, different kind of shopping mall. This next part explains the bigger picture, the merger. Back on the 24th of April 2025, HarborOne entered into an agreement with Eastern Bankshares Incorporated, or Eastern. Basically, Eastern is acquiring HarborOne and its bank. This is happening through a merger where HarborOne will combine with Eastern, and then HarborOne Bank will merge with Eastern Bank. So, HarborOne, as we know, it will cease to exist as an independent entity, becoming part of Eastern. With this merger speeding ahead, Therese, a key deadline for HarborOne shareholders. By the 28th of October 2025 at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, they need to make a choice about what kind of payment they want for their shares as part of the merger. This is your last chance to tell them your preference, so if you own HarborOne stock, pay attention to this date. The actual completion of this big merger, when HarborOne officially becomes part of Eastern, is expected around the 1st of November 2025. This matches up perfectly with the stock delisting date, making sure everything is tied together neatly. Now, as with most of these reports, there is a section on forward-looking statements. This is basically the company saying, hey, some of the things we're talking about are predictions about the future, and a lot of things could happen to change those predictions. They list potential risks like the merger not happening as planned, or not bringing the expected benefits. They mention things like changes in interest rates, loan performance, and increased competition, all of which can impact how the new combined company performs. They are essentially managing expectations and acknowledging that the road ahead, especially after a merger, can be bumpy. And finally, the report tells us about the exhibits that come with it. The most important one mentioned here is Exhibit 99.1, which is the press release dated the 16th of October 2025. This press release likely contains more details about the merger announcement and the delisting. We also see a reference to an interactive data file, which is standard for electronic filings nowadays. Looking at this filing, the main story is the impending merger between HarborOne's Bancorp and Eastern Bankshares. HarborOne is delisting its stock from the NASDAQ because it will soon be absorbed by Eastern. This means stockholders need to act by the 28th of October to formalize their merger consideration. The merger itself is expected to be finalized around the 1st of November. While the filing goes into detail about the mechanics of the merger and the delisting process, the core message is transition, and for HarborOne shareholders, it is time to decide on the terms of that transition. Now, what is my take on this? This is a pretty straightforward event. HarborOne is a smaller regional bank being acquired by a larger one. This is a common trend in the banking industry where scale is increasingly important to absorb rising costs and technological investments. From a HarborOne shareholder's perspective, this is likely a good outcome. They are cashing out their investment at a premium, likely represented by Eastern's stock or cash as part of the merger deal. The delisting from NASDAQ is just a procedural step that follows the acquisition. The risks highlighted are standard for any merger, especially in the banking sector. Rising interest rates can impact loan portfolios and competition is always fierce. However, the fact that Eastern, a larger entity, is acquiring HarborOne suggests that the strategic benefits of the merger are believed to outweigh these risks. In conclusion, this filing signals the end of HarborOne Bancorp as an independent publicly traded company. It's a moment of consolidation and change, characteristic of the current banking landscape. For investors, it is about understanding the merger terms and making sure their interests are best represented. Alright, that is our breakdown of HarborOne Bancorp's latest filing. What is your take on this merger and what it means for the future of regional banking? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching, see you next time.